Bafrekrum. Real Madrid seeks a solution to its problem, Chelsea star. Under watch. Real Madrid's coach Carlo Ancelotti is on the lookout for a solution to a problem that has been evident since the beginning of this season. The team has struggled to find a replacement for their Spanish star, Dani Carvajal, during matches, leading Ancelotti to urge the club's management to take action in the upcoming summer transfer window by targeting Chelsea's right-back. According to the Spanish newspaper Marca on Thursday, Real Madrid's management has begun monitoring Chelsea's right-back, Reece James, in preparation for compiling a comprehensive report to present to Ancelotti. The coach is eager to find a suitable alternative to Carvajal, despite James's history of injuries over recent seasons. The report also mentioned that Real Madrid previously attempted to sign James 2 seasons ago, but an injury prevented the English player from making the move to the Spanish Giants. However, the upcoming report will be crucial in determining the future of the 24-year-old, who only made 11 appearances across all domestic competitions for Chelsea last season. James has yet to feature in the current Premier League season due to a thigh injury. Ancelotti's interest in James stems from the player's ability to adapt to the Italian coach's playing style, along with his skills in advancing up the pitch and supporting quick counterattacks. These qualities make him an ideal replacement for the 32-year-old Carvajal, who currently lacks a suitable alternative in the squad. The report concluded by noting that Real Madrid's management is now keeping a close eye on James. The English star needs to return to the pitch, maintain his fitness, and perform well to ensure that the report presented to Ancelotti meets Real Madrid's high expectations before negotiations begin to secure his transfer in the next summer window. What did Carlo Ancelotti say in the press conference before facing Espanyol tomorrow? Real Madrid coach Carlo Ancelotti stated that players are ready to take pay cuts if they play fewer matches, and he defended the team's playing style, which he described as rock and roll football. This was discussed during a press conference on the eve of their match against Espanyol in the 6th round of La Liga. Regarding the upcoming match, Ancelotti said, "I want to see Real Madrid continue to develop, and it seems that we are entering a good dynamic." He mentioned that French midfielder Eduardo Camavinga will work with the team next week after recovering from his injury, adding, "He is very important to us." He reminded everyone that the team never peaks in September, but rather during the crucial period of the season. When asked about a report suggesting that he might sacrifice a forward to play 4 midfielders in matches, he replied, "It's difficult to determine that, but balance is a collective matter, and it can be achieved with 2 or 3 forwards." He pointed out that Real Madrid played the 2022 Champions League final against Liverpool with 3 forwards but with perfect balance. He added, "Having an extra midfielder doesn't necessarily mean more balance. It can be done with 3 or 4 forwards." Now the discussion might be, what is Jude Bellingham's position? Attack, midfield. Balance can be achieved through teamwork. We will achieve it without a doubt. He emphasized that the team aims to be cohesive, adding, "If Vinicius, Kylian, Mbappe, and Rodrigo try to press high and the midfielders and defenders don't advance, this isn't a problem for the attacking trio. I understand the idea that the lack of balance is because the attackers don't work, but that's not the case, because I don't ask them to do the work of midfielders and defenders. There's work, both on and off the ball." Ancelotti considered that Endrick will be a starter in one of the upcoming matches, and in many future matches, describing him as a very humble boy who talks little and works a lot. When asked about accusations that Real Madrid wins matches without deserving it, Ancelotti responded, "This doesn't bother me. The fans are happy. You can play better, but the fans are used to rock and roll football, not the kind with lots of passes. We try to make Real Madrid fans happy. The ideal is to win and play well. For me, we showed great moments at times against Stuttgart in the Champions League." He added, "I believe beautiful football depends on the characteristics of the players I coach. Attacking well, defending well, playing well on the counter-attack. There are many aspects, and everyone has their opinion." When asked what rock and roll football requires, Ancelotti answered, "Aggression and rhythm, without wasting much time reaching the opponent's goal. These are our characteristics. We have players with a lot of strength, especially with the ball, and we must take advantage of that." He continued, Real Madrid fans prefer winning over playing well. Ancelotti was also asked about the congested match schedule and players threatening to strike, to which he responded, "Complaining won't change this season's schedule. It's important to think about that and the players' fatigue. Players are thinking about changing the future of football." He touched on the threat of a strike, saying, "I repeat what I said earlier, football needs a review. The goal is to play less to avoid injuries. Players don't have a problem with taking pay cuts if they play less." Madrid's lineup against Espanyol in round 6 of La Liga. The match between Real Madrid and Espanyol will take place at the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium, as part of the 6th week of La Liga. The Royal Club aims to continue its winning streak in La Liga, having secured victories in its last 2 matches, defeating Real Sociedad and Real Betis 2-0, following a draw with Las Palmas at 1-1. Real Madrid currently sits in 2nd place in the La Liga standings, with 11 points, 4 points behind league leaders Barcelona, who have a perfect record of 15 points from 5 wins. Real Madrid's expected lineup against Espanyol. Goalkeeper, Thibaut Courtois. Defense, Lucas Vázquez, Antonio Rudiger, Eder Militao, Fran Garcia. Midfield, Federico Valverde, Aurelien Tchouaméni, Jude Bellingham. Attack, Rodrigo Goes, Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius Jr. Valencia defender on Real Madrid's radar. Real Madrid has placed one of Valencia's young defenders on their radar as they consider signing him to strengthen their squad in the upcoming January transfer window. Valencia's young defender Jarek Gasiorowski, 19 years old, has increasingly played an important role under coach Ruben Baraja, showing versatility by being used across the defensive line, which has caught the attention of Real Madrid. According to AS, Real Madrid is monitoring Gasiorowski and has been impressed with what they've seen. The report explains that with Antonio Rudiger and David Alaba in their 30s, and Jesus Vallejo expected to leave next summer, Eder Militao is expected to be the backbone of the defense in the coming years. Therefore, Real Madrid is interested in signing a young defender who could eventually form a partnership with the Brazilian international. Gasiorowski, who stands at 192 centimeters, has shown great competitive spirit and ease in dealing with attackers. However, according to the same newspaper, Real Madrid faces competition for the player's services from Inter Milan and Salzburg, noting that Gasiorowski has a release clause in his contract with Valencia worth 45 million euros. Although he is an international under-19 player, Gasiorowski is considered one of the most promising defenders in Spain and has also shown a knack for scoring, with 7 goals in 23 matches for the youth national team.